Today, my friends, I'm here to teach you guys how to use the Yeti Smash attack strategy with the Siege Barrack at Town Hall 12. This attack strategy rocks. It completely destroys bases with P.E.K.K.A.s and also Yetis by your side. This thing will crush a lot of different bases. Let's take a look at this strategy. So, you're interested in learning the Yeti Smash, one of the more powerful attack strategies here at Town Hall 12. Probably the two strongest, I would say, are P.E.K.K.A. Smash and Yeti Smash, or even just Yeti Bats or something with Yetis at Town Hall 12. Really strong. So Yeti Smash right here is going to be really, really good. So let's teach you guys this. Yetis are still a brand new troop to me, so I still don't know exactly how they really work, but I can give you guys an idea. Now with this, very similar to P.E.K.K.A. Smash, all you're doing is you have Yetis to be able to support your entire attack. Now you're also bringing in the new Siege Barrack. You notice that the heal spell there as well, you're going to be able to bring hogs in there. I believe you're going to be able to bring 8 hogs if I'm not wrong. I'm usually used to bringing 9 hogs since I am a Town Hall 13 myself. So I have a max CC, so I usually hold 45, which I believe is 9. But at Town Hall 12, you can only hold 8 hogs, I think. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. But with this attack, you have a jump and a quad quake. Your jump is going to get you into the Town Hall, since you don't have to worry about a slowness effect from the Town Hall. But not just that, but then you want to use the quad quake on the other side of the base to open up the base more for your Yetis to go through, for your P.E.K.K.A.s to go through, and all of that. Your P.E.K.K.A.s will allow your Yetis to stay in the base and those Yeti mites to start still picking off those defenses. Those things are really strong, and we'll teach you guys as we get through. So with this example actually right here, instead of seeing just spam, we're actually going to see a Warden Walk. Now, why is the Warden Walk really good in this case? Well, a Warden Walk is good when we want to create a funnel and or get a key defense, for instance right here, the Inferno. If we can pick that off, then that's actually good value because there are no expos there. There's maybe an air defense that we can pick off with the Grand Warden. And also another thing is that it's not being heavily guarded and there's no storages. That's perfect. That allows us to get some good value there. So we can actually create a funnel here and create a funnel here with the king, allowing everything to move in, including the Siege Barrack. You may see that right there, but this strategy wields the Siege Barrack, one of the stronger sieges with this attack. So it is 100% a great siege to bring with this. So if we see from right here, we're going to be starting off with our Warden Walk. So like I said, a Warden Walk is not that difficult to perform. As long as you have a level 40 Grand Warden, then you should be able to do a Grand Warden Walk. You can't do one at Town Hall 11, and you can't really do one with anything lower than level 40, since it just doesn't do enough damage to really be a good unit in order to not just create the funnel, but just also get key defenses down and stuff. Now you'll see from here is that we're actually going to start our P.E.K.K.A. Smash. We just used it to create the funnel, so that then now we can actually start sending in our P.E.K.K.A.s, our Yetis, and our Queen as we enter into the base. Our jump spell allows us access into the Town Hall and the other compartments around there. And then the Quad Quake opens up the rest of the base. It opens up the core where the CC is. We're able to deal with the enemy clan castle, for instance, the Loon and the Baby Dragon there. And then we're also able to get it open into the Eagle compartment, which is always important. But with this attack, you don't have to attack towards the Eagle. All you have to do really is you just have to constantly attack, or just allow your Yetis to move in through the base. The Yeti mites will do a bulk of the damage since they do hit those defenses, and they will do them for ×4, meaning that they're going to do a lot of damage. Now, what about the Hog Riders? The Hog Riders' jobs is to come from that Siege Barrack and do more damage to the defenses. So kind of help and support the Yetis and the P.E.K.K.A.s. Like you maybe, or I don't think you saw in the Town Hall 11 P.E.K.K.A. Smash video. You saw that. Now, not just that, but you want to make sure that you're healing them up. Don't heal them up early. Heal them later. Make sure that they're being hit a lot by either the Eagle or being hit by, for instance, the Wizard Tower or a Multi-Inferno. That's where your heal zone is going to be. So make sure that you are keeping that in mind when you guys are using this attack. Now, when the Yetis run out of Yeti mites, you can use their tanky bodies to tank for other things, such as the Queen and the Grand Warden. So that's a really good thing with the Yetis, is that they can, basically, they're not just units that spawn in those Yeti mites, but they can also be used to tank. So let's go ahead and take a look at another example with the Yeti Smash. So here we go, guys. We got another example. This time we're entering in this direction here. We're going towards that eagle, since sometimes that eagle can really be annoying. But we want to look for bases where it's not too difficult to get into the town hall. So in this case here, it was better if we attacked away from it, because how the storages were placed in all of this was that it was just going to be too difficult to get into this area without having to fight those storages. So that means that it was better to jump here, because we were able to jump into more than just the wizard tower compartment, and then we were able to quad quake the core of the base. That's a lot of good value. It just opens up the core. It opens it up to everything for the queen. As long as you have the queen ability behind all the Yetis and the bowlers and the Pekkas, that's all good. Now you'll notice here in this case is that there aren't as many Pekkas, but you have more bowlers. So this is a great option to where you can actually substitute Pekkas for Yetis. So now you're bringing a few more Yetis. You're going to use Pekkas for funneling, and then you have the bowlers right behind those right behind the Yetis in order to do the Yeti Smash. And you have two different options. You can either use the Pekkas to go in or the bowlers to go in. So it's up to you. Now, sometimes you can have both, but other times you're going to see one of the two. So let's go ahead and jump into the replay to give you guys a little bit of a better example. So the first thing is creating the funnel on either side of your entry point, which means you're going to use the king on one side with maybe a wizard or two, and then a few Pekkas to create the other side of the funnel. Since Pekkas are a really good funnel troop, it's no surprise why sometimes they are definitely very good. So now if we take a look at it from here, we now have the Siege Barrack, which will have a Pekka, and the bowlers right behind that Pekka as they start to move into the base. Remember, though, that we also have hogs from our Siege Barrack. But you'll also notice something here. Let me pause it. There's a rage spell. Instead of a heal, there's a rage. Now, yeah, that's completely fine. Now this gives you a little bit of lenience between whether you want to bring heal or another spell, but a max heal is really good with the hogs, especially maxed hogs. So consider this when you guys are using this attack strategy, but sometimes you can use rage if you want, but I would highly consider you guys, or highly encourage you guys, to use heal. Please bring heal with this. You want to keep your hogs alive, so make sure that you're doing that. So as you're sending in your Yetis as they go through, they are going to be supported by the Yeti mites and by the bowlers themselves. So as they're moving in through the base, you're getting some of the bowler bounce value, and the Yetis are still going to do work. Notice this little part right here. We zoom in right here, and this is the Yetis themselves. No Queen, no Grand Warden. Notice that, look at how much damage that they are doing to that Town Hall. Of course, it was definitely still a little bit weakened, but the Yetis and the Yeti mites are going to be able to take them out. So that's a lot of good value right there from the Yeti mites. And we have the hogs moving through as well. But that's not entirely something important. When you don't have the heal spell, it really kind of whittles them down to just a little bit of health. But I would encourage you guys to bring a heal, because that could really help your attack and not just be based upon your queen staying alive and your queen's ability. So just keep that in mind when you guys are using this, since it really goes down to that. But with anything, it's a very simple attack. And we've got one more example to show you guys how strong this strategy really is, because this strategy is a really strong strategy. It will dominate a lot of different base designs. It's probably one of my more favorite attacks, as Yetis are really strong right now in the current meta. I would highly request that you guys try out the or not hogs. Well, yeah, I would try hogs, but try the Yetis and Yeti Smash here at Town Hall 12. They are very strong, and if you guys have not seen my Yeti video, I'll leave a link. I'll leave it as a card up here on the screen. But let's go ahead and take a look at the last example of the Yeti Smash we have here for you guys. So here we go. We got the final example, and we're bringing something a little bit different. Of course, I couldn't find another Yeti Smash attack, but I did find a Yeti Bobat-esque. Still, it's more of a Pekka Bobat, Pekka Yeti Bobat. let's say this. But this is still really strong, and it does still work just as well as Yeti Smash. So hopefully you guys got the idea of the Yeti Smash, and then kind of transferring that into something a little bit different, bringing in bat spells here at Town Hall 12. Of course, they are not dead. They are still they work really well. It's just going to be on the right base design. But other than that, you should be able to get through a lot of different base designs depending on how they are designed. In this case, in terms of any P.E.K.K.A. Bobat attack, the idea is to look for as much splash and the eagle as possible. So if we're taking a look at this base design here, the first thing is you have to look at the town hall because you are using the wall wrecker. You're not using the stone slammer, and you're not using the siege barrack. So the other thing is that you also want to take a look at that pathing. So if we take a look at it from here, we can actually get the eagle and also 2 wizard towers here. Because there are 2 multi-infernos on single, that means that we can eliminate the possibility of another splash building, which means all we'll have left is just these 2 splash buildings here. That's really good value there. What we also have is the Grand Warden's ability, and we have Yetis, of course. Yetis play a huge part in this because the Yetis not just tank, but they also have the Yeti mites that will also deal damage along with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the bowlers. Their role is to support both of them together in order to get right up to the town hall. That is the main idea with this, and you want to make sure that you are keeping those Yetis alive as much as possible as they go through the base. It's always extremely important. So if we take a look at this example here, we're going to first check out the funnel. The funnel is an extremely important part of this attack. So that's why you're going to be using a baby dragon usually to create one side of the funnel. The only reason that a loon was decided to use there was because there could be a seeking air mine. So that's what you always have to predict where there could be a seeking air mine. So if you're going to use a baby dragon, probably bring a loon. It'll help. That's what's called a coconut loon. But once you create your funnel, then you could start sending in your wall wrecker and then your bowlers and stuff like that. Now here's the thing, you may think that it's actually going to be pretty difficult because you have a single target inferno right where you're entering. However, the opposite is that, because you still have free spells. You don't have to use all your free spells on the multi-infernos and the splash. You can actually use them to protect your key or everything that you have within the base. This can really help you as you move in through the base. Now, there is a double dragon within this clan castle. However, it shouldn't be too hard to deal with, especially if we have the queen and a poison. So keeping everything alive, including the stone or the wall wrecker, is extremely important. Now, you don't have to freeze up once you get a little bit later on, but notice how the Yetis are still, at least 1 or 2 of those Yetis are still alive, and they are doing a lot of work there. They're going to help get rid of that town hall with the Yeti mites as well, including the bowlers and the P.E.K.K.A.s. So that's what's really important with this. Once you've been able to get rid of that, then you can really use the bat portion as a bat wave. The bat wave, of course, like with anything, is going to be on the outside of the base. This is where you can use a freeze spell to freeze up the multi-inferno on the back end and completely toast it like you see here. But that is really all you have to know about this attack. It is super simple. Let me know if you guys want to see a P.E.K.K.A. Yeti Bobat video, and I'll bring it for you guys sometime in the future. So let me know. Also, feel free to go ahead and join my community Discord and follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Feel free to follow me on there. Subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you guys haven't yet. Also, yeah, so that then you guys don't miss anything. Also, feel free to go ahead and join any of the clans I'm covering down below in the description. With that being said, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.